Hi, welcome to the Moms Being Moms podcast, where we swap our weekly mom moments, wins, and fails, then cover stories of moms being moms, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm Jessica.
I'm Sam.
I'm Whitney.
And let's mom it out. So my mom fail happened at our family vacation. So we did our family vacation kind of early this year to take advantage of pricing and other schools still being in. We went to the Legoland Hotel, which was a lot of fun, Legoland, and then Nickelodeon Universe. And overall, it was a great trip. It's always nice when those trips come together and everyone's happy and all the things. But we went to Legoland Resort, and I tan. My husband does not. So I have 4 children that can go one way or the other. My older 2 seem to tan. Third one definitely does not. And the baby can burn too. So I have gotten really good about applying suntan lotion, the spray, the face, the hair. I have all the things, and I do everybody, and I reapply throughout the day. I'm really good with the children. But I forgot about myself. So I did do my shoulders, because my shoulders are the area that can get burnt. But I was wearing actually the same exact shirt, and it dips a little low back here. Did not put sunscreen on my back. So I had a little bit of a red neck. That did turn tan. But again, I'm wearing this shirt, and it is a crop top. And I wore high-waisted jean shorts. Very millennial outfit. And they kind of meet, but throughout the day, this goes down, this comes up, and I get a little strip right here in my midsection. It did not put any sunscreen there, and it is white. So I got a nice red burn around my waist. We were looking at it at the end of the day. I'm like, oh yeah, no one burnt. And I was like, oh my gosh, my stomach. And it was the type of burn that did sting when I touched it. I was like, oh, it got me good. I'm all wet tummy. So yeah, mom, typical, I don't know, just mom thing. Everyone else is taken care of.
Yeah.
But not me.
Yeah, not you.
Forgot about myself.
Mine is definitely another fail. We're just on a roll this summer already with fails. I had to call, actually, I also want to consider this a little bit of a win. I had to call poison control for the first time, and I just feel like maybe it's a win because it took me 5.5 years after having kids to actually have to call. So we are downstairs in our basement. All 3 kids were running around playing. I was working out. I was on the bike. And then I'm watching the kids run around. They're going through every single toy. There's stuff all over the ground, so I'm not really paying attention. And I noticed the kids were acting like that they were eating something. And I didn't think anything of it because they pretend to eat stuff all the time. Well, I was so having to glance down at my youngest, who is 18 months old, and he looks at me and he has a mouth full of just white salt crystal looking things, and I immediately panic, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Then I'm looking around and I'm seeing this white stuff all over my basement. It is one, he had it in a little fake pot with a spoon, and I have no idea if he actually ate, if that was his first bite, or if he had been eating it consistently. For how long, I have no idea. And then I go over to their play kitchen. It's all over their play kitchen, and I am getting on my older 2, and I'm like, what is this? What is it? They're like, I think it's from, I was like, no, you're going to tell me exactly what it's from, because I already can tell by your faces. Apparently they had one of those squishy toys.
Oh,
that
God.
Busted open.
Not the
squishies. And they were pouring it into the thing and acting like it was rice.
Oh.
And I said, and you guys just so happen to share it with your brother. And they're like, yeah, he wanted some. And I said, cool, he's 18 months old. He doesn't know what's real and what's fake. So of course, I had to call poison control. The man on the phone was like not even bothered by what I was telling him, what it was.
Stuff that man has heard, I'm sure.
So I was just glad it wasn't those like water, like ore beads or things, because you hear like kids swallowing that, and those are like super toxic apparently. I don't know.
Gosh.
But yeah, so the guy was like, "Oh no, he'll be fine. Is he choking on it?" And I was like, "No," and he's like, "Oh, he'll be fine." And I was like, "Cool." I'm freaking panicking. I panicked for the rest of the day because I was like, I don't know what that was. I couldn't even figure out.
Yeah.
Like, I figured out the toy, but then I couldn't even figure out what they put in the toy. Like, I was, like, trying to look up the ingredients or, like, whatever it was made of, the materials. I couldn't figure it out. Oh, that worked. Kid's fine, though.
Yeah.
He made it.
Yeah, he was fine. He's
here. But yeah, I hope I don't have to ever shoot that again.
Yeah, it sucks because it was mysterious, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I found it all over my basement. It was just these white salt-like crystal thingies. I mean, I will probably still find some. That's how much it got everywhere.
Stupid kid toys.
Yeah.
I mean, they're so much fun in this squishy.
I also,
my mom had called me to say no to them.
I know, my mom called me, and it was something that she had bought and put in the kids' Easter baskets. So, of course, I told her, like, what happened. She goes, "Where did you get the toy from?" And I was like, I don't know, because I really didn't want to make her feel bad. So, Mom, if you're listening, continues. I'm so sorry, but it was something that you put in their Easter baskets. Not that would, change anything, but yeah, I was like, oh.
Gosh.
That's why I don't have those toys in my house. That's why I don't buy them, at least not now.
Yeah.
Not until the kids are older.
I mean, I feel like mine are getting dumber, not smarter, so.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, what? I really thought we were past this, so what are you doing? Okay, so I don't really want to tell mine. Mine is a fail because, you guys have the dark and gloomy child. My oldest is 10, and he has very slowly lost teeth. He got them really late, blah, blah, blah. So I think he has lost maybe 6 teeth total. Give or take 1 or 2. However, the tooth fairy at our house really sucks. Somebody really needs to tell us at our house. And my husband, not poor him, is very useless in this category. And I am ADD out the wazoo, as I think most moms are naturally, because you just feel like, well, you're on to the next thing. And so if I don't set an alarm to be the freaking tooth fairy, I'm toast. I think this time that I forgot had to be like the second or third time that I had forgotten. So finally my oldest was like, "Is the tooth fairy real?" I was like, I don't know. Why do you ask? because I do not want to be the one to squash the dreams until he is clearly ready for them to be squashed. You know?
Right.
And he, in this case, seemed semi-ready for that conversation. And I was like, What do you believe? He was like, "I don't believe that the tooth fairy would forget again." And I was like, okay, I get that. Tooth fairy's a busy guy. Busy lady, I don't know. Okay? I was like, "But do you believe?" He's like, "I don't know. I don't think I do." I was like, "Do you want money under your pillow? Because if so, I suggest you shut up and go to sleep." That's pretty much how I ended the conversation. Like, believe what you want. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you either way. But if you want some money under your pillow, I suggest you put your tooth back under there. And he never mentioned it again.
Tooth fairy a break, man. She's also a mother, maybe.
Gosh, I love the tooth fairy thing. Like, I love the adrenaline of sneaking up there and doing the thing. But I also hate it. I suck at I cannot. I swore it was his very first tooth, the first one I messed up. I think it was his very first tooth. And that made me so, so sad. I was like, I'm never doing that again. Pretty sure that was the third tooth ever. Or, no, okay.
I can't talk because I'm not in that situation.
It is the third tooth.
We haven't been there.
And I am the first one to say that I can't remember jack shit. Don't ask me. Don't ever ask me. I think the second tooth, though, I remembered at like 6 a.m. and I had to sneak up there like right before he would wake up because he's an early riser.
He's early.
That was adrenaline. That was fun.
Yeah, I would have to do mine in the evenings.
I have to. Well, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But that was just like, I woke up that morning and panicked because I realized I forgot.
Your mom brain woke you up and was like,
that natural mom alarm.
So set an alarm for your tooth fairies if you struggle with the distractions of life. Because
I'm gonna have.
It's a horrible, horrible feeling.
I do like what he was implying there when he was like, I don't think the tooth fairy would forget.
Oh, yeah.
But...
Probably about 100%.
I know my mother would.
100%.
Like Naomi with, well, you forget your phone.
Oh, did I tell that story?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can hear her voice saying.
Me
It's
too.
so cute.
Exactly.
Would you guys see how happy I am all the time? That's the point of life, okay?
Yeah.
You can be a screw up and still be happy about it. It's totally fine.
Oh. Yeah.
Tell that to their kids one day. Hey, well, you should be happy your tooth fairy only left you 50 cents because at least you got 50 cents. Oh, yeah, because the first tooth, I forgot that Jesse remembers that story. I ended up, the only thing I had in the house for the next night was like $20.
Yep.
His first tooth.
Oh my god, you get $20.
I was just hoping he wouldn't tell my daughter because I was like, you ain't getting that.
Yeah, needless to say, my mother-in-law was like, what in the world? I was like, well, the tooth fairy
only had that.
Was
it probably didn't have a
fees
lot.
and interest.
Inflation.
Inflation.
I think the story we went with was like your first tooth is really, really special. After that, don't expect much.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Oh, we were kind of going on the tangent. We were on our cruise when my daughter lost her first one.
Oh.
So that was tricky because we didn't really have cash. I don't know what we did.
Are all cruises cashless?
I think so, pretty much.
Been on one, so I can't.
I feel like Dad, of course, for some reason had a bunch of cash. I might have had to like bum some money off of him, or maybe we did like a special treat, or maybe I think I told her. I think what we did was, well, we're on the cruise. Tooth Fairy can't fly out here. We gotta take it home, so I think we took it home.
Screw the island.
Yeah.
They ain't getting nothing.
This is solely ocean children.
Ocean.
Mermaid kids do not.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into our story. So this episode, I'm going to talk about Naya Rivera. Do you guys know that name?
I don't.
You'll probably...
Does it ring a bell?
At least not the way you're saying it. I'm just kidding.
I know. No, I looked it up. It is Naya. Rivera. Yes, Naya Rivera. You'll probably think of her as I get into the story. So let's give this mom her moment. Naya Rivera is the mother to one. She was born in California on January 12th, 1987. Her mother, Yolanda, is a real estate agent and a former model, while her father, George, worked various IT jobs. She is the oldest of three children. Her younger brother is former NFL tight end Michael, and her younger sister is a runway model. I don't know how to say her sister's name. It's like Nikolaya? I don't know. Anywho, so she's got some pretty siblings. Her mom's a model, so runs in the family. During the time her parents were married, the family's income would fluctuate dramatically, so sometimes they would live rather lavishly and other times they would struggle. But a constant in their life was the family owned a boat, and they often went boating. She, as an adult, still enjoyed boating and took many trips to Lake Piru near her home, which she considered a sanctuary. So we're going to come back to that lake later in the story. So at just 8 or 9 months old, she begins to be represented by the same talent agent as her mother. She appears in commercials for Kmart as a baby, but her first significant acting job was at the age of 4, when she appeared as Hillary Winston on the CBS sitcom The Royal Family. That's in 1991. From 1992 to 2002, she has a bunch of roles. She's on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Family Matters, The Jersey, Live Shot, Baywatch, Smart Guy, Even Stevens, Master of Disguise. Classic movie. In 2002, she was actually in a music video as well. And she has a guest appearance on The Bernie Mac Show before returning to the show for 10 seasons throughout its 5-season run. So she is of mixed race. She is Black, German, and Puerto Rican. And in the entertainment industry, she found that could help, but also stifle her opportunities. Sometimes she found that she could not be typecast by casting directors because she wasn't Black enough or Latina enough. But then at other times, it helped because she could be just this dark-skinned white girl to Latino to Black. So she could audition for many different roles. She was a little concerned that she was being chosen for modeling jobs to be the ethnic girl. In 2016, she discussed how she still faced racism in casting at this point in her career, using the example of an audition where she was told that the part was instead cast to a white woman because, quote, the size of her lips were distracting to male execs. Which I don't know how you say that in 2016.
Oh my gosh.
So as she was getting older, she's in 8 Simple Rules, CSI Miami. She also records some music. But in her high school years, she is working less frequently. She, between auditions and roles, works as a telemarketer, a nanny, and a greener at an Abercrombie & Fitch store. She does attend high school and graduates in 2005. She had wanted to be a cheerleader, but at this point, her family could not afford it. So instead of high school activities, she spent her time at acting auditions. So she had even though she was growing up in California, was in all these things, she kind of had a well-rounded childhood. Working still, good for her. She suffered with anorexia as a teenager, something she opened up about as an adult. In 2019, she described her high school experience as terrible, indicating that this because they didn't have coffee. She wasn't really into education. She was all about her acting and racism. So out in California, I guess not great in that high school. In 2006 and 2007, she took part in a production of the play You Don't Know Me the Musical in LA and then went on the national tour. In March 2008, she studied screenwriting at New York Film Academy, graduating the same year. So in 2009, this is where we get to, she's had so many roles, but I would say her breakthrough role and what we might know her from. In 2009, she is cast as Santana Lopez, a high school cheerleader on Fox's musical comedy series Glee, about a high school glee club. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she's the sassy, badass cheerleader, which is funny because she couldn't be a cheerleader in high school. So it's it all comes back around. She describes her character as a bit of a bad girl, your typical high school cheerleader for the most part, but she really enjoyed playing her because she always had these really witty one-liners she throws out there. The LA Times wrote that she was woefully underused for much of Glee's first season, and she's more prominent in the last 9 episodes of it, just because her character just wreaks havoc with people's boyfriends and people's babies and the teachers. She's the high school terror, and she's going to continue to be the villain. Naya continued actually as a nanny while working on the first 3 episodes of Glee, not knowing if they would bring her back, but the director was so impressed by her that he convinced the network to contract her at that point. So of course, Glee was a crazy national hit, lasted for 6 seasons. I didn't personally keep up with it, but my roommates in college did. So they would always watch Glee, and I would.
I think I watched the first 2 seasons, and then after that I kind of trickled out a bit.
The one episode I feel I remember the most that stuck in my head is when, not her character, but the blonde cheerleader, her name was Brittany Pierce, but her middle name was S. So it was Brittany S. Pierce. So there was a whole episode how she couldn't be a pop star because Britney Spears sounded too much like her name. Do you remember what I'm talking about? Yeah. So all the songs were Britney songs. It was really funny. That's the one episode I really remember. But, it's very popular. Its accolades include 6 Primetime Emmy Awards, 4 Golden Globe Awards, and the 2009 Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by an Ensemble in a Comedy Series. Fox chose the program as the lead-out program for its coverage of Super Bowl, whatever Super Bowl number that is, in 2011. And the series' music had over 36 million digital single sales and 11 million album sales worldwide through October 2011. So one of the characters on Glee was Puck. And he's, I think, a love interest in the show. But they actually dated between 2008 and 2010. The actor's name is Mark The two had a rocky relationship and ultimately split at the request of his publicist. She later said that breaking up with her felt like the worst thing ever at the time. For her, it felt like the worst thing ever at the time. She was very upset about it, but she dodged a bullet because that guy was arrested in 2015 for possessing child pornography.
Oh.
Yeah, so, yep. She has a memoir, and in it she expressed that she was not totally shocked at this, but it still took her by surprise. That's an odd thing to say about somebody.
That is a very odd thing to say.
He did go on to commit suicide. Yeah, so that's not a great moment in that life. While busy with Glee, she did not lose focus of things that were important to her. In 2009, she said, "I feel like participating in charity events or giving back to the community is really important to do because I feel like I am so blessed with my job and my life right now. I hope to raise money to help some other people that are in a really tough situation." Her publicist described her as ahead of her time in terms of being an advocate, saying that she really wanted to use her platform and her voice for good, whether it was anti-bullying, for equal rights, for women of color. She wanted to use this role to help about a bigger message. She has been described as the rarest of Hollywood types, a young starlet who's genuinely down to earth. So in May 2011, she goes on to produce a solo album. Her debut feature film, At the Devil's Door, premieres at the South by Southwest Film Festival in 2014. She gets married to Ryan Dorsey in Cabo on July 19th, 2014. They had dated a little bit before this, but they did not announce the engagement or wedding until afterwards. In February 2015, she announced that she and Dorsey were expecting their first child, and their son Josie is born on September 17th, 2015. She raises her son bilingual in Spanish and English, having improved her own knowledge of Spanish with this intention. And in 2016 is when she writes her memoir, Sorry Not Sorry, Dreams, Mistakes, and Growing Up. So her relationship with Ryan Dorsey gets a little rough. They file for divorce in November 2016 after 2 years of marriage, but call off the separation a year later. During their separation, she was linked to actor David Spade, which is
weird.
Creepy. I like David Spade, but we're her age. Yeah, so I'm
That's weird.
We're close to her age, at least. In late November 2017, she was actually arrested in West Virginia and charged with misdemeanor domestic battery after Dorsey said she hit him in the head during an altercation over their child. She was released and picked up from the courthouse by her father-in-law, so they do reconcile. She refiles for divorce. Dorsey drops the domestic battery charge. They move on. They finalize their divorce. They have joint custody with both waiving rights to child support. In March 2020, Naya is given the primary custody while stipulating Dorsey was afforded frequent and meaningful custodial contact. So she has, at this point, primary custody of her son, and while her relationship with Ryan isn't great, they are trying to be, joint parents for him. And motherhood, great for Naya. It changed her in very positive ways. She said, "It made me a much more observant person. You realize how truly selfless you have to become." When it came to her pregnancy, she was determined to enjoy her body. Weight wasn't something I wanted to focus on, so I ate anything and everything and had a blast.
Yeah, the good times.
Yeah, that was my first pregnancy. Gestational diabetes ruined that for the other one, so she obviously did not have gestational diabetes. Breastfeeding wasn't her favorite thing at first. She said, "Bottom line, it's hard. Breastfeeding is like finding out that all of a sudden you can get bacon from your elbow. It's a trip. I started to feel like I was only a tit to Josie, and there was many a time I would walk in the door to a crying baby and immediately have to strip and feed." I still feel like that. She ultimately came to appreciate it, though. The bond between a mother and a baby when you're breastfeeding is incredible and something no one else shares with your baby. She does talk about mom guilt. I feel mom guilt all the time. You want to be everything for your child. If you're not there and you feel like you're missing out on something, it's totally natural to feel that. I have other friends who work full-time Monday through Friday and sometimes the weekend, and they tell me how hard it is. So hats off to every working mom. Agreed. Let's see. She did have some reluctance to return to full-time acting. I am a mom now, and what I love more than acting is being Josie's mom. So I want to be here for him, and I don't want to miss anything. I'm going to navigate the right way to do that. She goes on and tells other places like how much he's my number one priority. You hear about like having a kid and you think, well, obviously I'm going to love my child, but it's so deep. And it is. Like, it's hard to describe, like, having a child until you have a child. Like, I thought I loved my dogs. And I'm like, okay. But I love my kids. Like, it's a different level. She thought she was doing a good job at balancing motherhood and her work as an actress and author. She did launch a child's clothing company, JoJo and Izzy, in 2018, inspired by her son. Saying, first and foremost, everything I do is for Josie. Josie inspires me in so many ways that it felt natural to want to create this for him and I. So, I mean, she's just a very involved mom. Loves her kid. It's sweet to hear all the things that she has to say about him. So, that brings us to this part of our story, which this is rough. On July 8th, 2020, Naya and her son, he is 4 at this time, rents a pontoon at Lake Peru, which is a reservoir in the Los Padres National Forest in California. This is the lake that she has visited for many years, and she's considered a strong swimmer. It's important to note, though, this lake, due to harsh conditions such as debris, low visibility, different currents, strong winds, and cold water temperature, a number of fatalities related to drowning occur here, and locals know best not to swim there. 3 hours after they leave the dock, when the rental was over, they had not returned. The search for them begins at 4 p.m. Her son is found alone, asleep on the boat with his life jacket on around 5 p.m. Her son tells investigators that he and Naya were swimming when she told him to get back onto the boat. Police reports state that he recalled that she helped him climb back into the boat, but was unable to climb back on board herself and then disappeared underwater. He searched for a rope on board while she was struggling. He stated that his mother was not wearing a life vest. The boat was not equipped with an anchor or flotation devices. The next day, the sheriff's office confirms to NBC that she's presumed dead and that rescue efforts would shift to recovery efforts. July 11th and 12th, her parents, brother, ex-husband Ryan Dorsey, and close friend and co-star Heather Morris joined the search team at the lake, but the sheriff's office does dissuade other people from trying to search because of the dangerous terrain. On July 13th, it was announced that a body had been found by divers, and the body is confirmed to be Naya's. The sheriff suggested that Naya and her son may have found themselves caught in a rip current and struggled to get back to the boat, saying that she likely mustered enough energy to save her son, but not enough to save herself. July 14th, they released the autopsy, stating that the cause of death was an accidental drowning and there was no evidence of injury or intoxication. Oh, okay, this part is really sad. In 2025, Ryan Dorsey revealed that his now 9-year-old son has vivid memories of the day she died. He said that the last thing she said was his name, and then she went under, and he didn't see her anymore. It just rocks my world that he had to witness her last moments. Dorsey also said that his son feels guilty for what happened. He's 4. He was 4 when this happened, by the way. It's so sad. Something he said over and over is that he was trying to find a life raft, and there was a rope, but there was a big spider on the rope, and he was too scared to throw it. I keep reassuring him, buddy, that rope wasn't going to be long enough. That obviously still sticks out in his head because he feels like he could have saved her. I think she just got caught up in a brush, that or a weird undercurrent from the dam, which apparently is like a weird thing with the currents there. It was just a freak occurrence. Dorsey has been raising Josie with the help of her younger sister. He shared how he had been helping him cope without his mom. We made this book of memories for Josie that sits by his bed. And during the holidays, he was crying looking at it. You can only give him a hug and tell him, I know, life is not fair. Bad things happen, and there's no reason for it. And you just have to do your best to be a good person. And just based on everything I read about her and everything I talked about earlier, I think he is a great role model for what it takes to be a good person. And that was his mom, Naya Rivera. What a mom.
That is so tragic.
I know, it's so sad.
Just the fact that he's remembering it. Oh my gosh.
I like, obviously we're Bobby's family, they're a Lake family, and we're all very cautious and have all the safeguards in place. But I remember when this story happened, because it was like, oh my God, that's like, worst case.
Yeah.
And this wasn't probably great timing to tell this story because our kids are swimming in the pool right now with my mom. But like, it's just like, it's so sad. And yeah, it just popped in my head the other day. I don't know why, but I was like, I really want to talk about her, especially because it's summer. It's around that time of when it happened. So just to remember her and like, I don't know.
Yeah, lake safety, water safety.
Yeah, all the things. Like, I know she was like a strong swimmer and she was used to it, but yeah, if she had
been there,
if she had a life vest, like, right. Could she have been fine? You don't know, but it's so sad.
So sad that he remembers it. My biggest prayer would be that he could not remember it.
Yes. To be 4. I mean, your 4th was probably some of your first memories.
Well, and like the ones that I feel like it's negative, right? So it sticks because you think about it all the time. And so then you make it stick by thinking about it all the time.
Yeah. And he was alone on that boat. For how long?
For how long?
At least an hour. Who knows how much longer he was like.
Right.
So poor kid.
Thank God he got on the boat and that he stayed there because.
Yes. So that was another, like, what a mom moment. Get your kid to safety. Like, good for her for what she did. Because the story could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
wow.
So that's Naya Rivera. We'll post pictures of her on Instagram at momsbeingmomspodcast. momsbeingmomspodcast@gmail.com. Write us. We like to hear from y'all. And Facebook, we're on there. Remember to like, share, comment, all the things. And we will be back. Everyone have a safe and happy rest of your summer. That's it. Mom's out.